Welcome everyone. Thanks a lot for staying with us. You're watching Plain Speak with me, Shivani Gupta. A massive political war is on over the film The Kerala Story after West Bengal Chief Minister Mamata Banerjee banned the film in the state, citing a law and order situation. The BJP has come out all guns blazing at the TMC Supremo, alleging appeasement politics. Amidst the row, the movie's filmmakers have now moved to the Supreme Court seeking the removal of the ban on the film in the state. Despite facing backlash from opposition leaders, The Kerala Story is setting the box office on fire. Within 4 days of its release, the movie has earned over 45 crores. The BJP has thrown its weight behind this film, not just going publicly to watch the film, but governments in MP and UP have made it tax-free. Now, for any film with a sensitive topic like this, which a class of people generally like to brush under the carpet, there is bound to be a churn. Religious conversion and using women for ISIS as sex slaves is frankly not a story that has been cooked up by anyone, and certainly not post-2014. These issues have been raised in Kerala well before that and by non-BJP political and social leaders. It's a global phenomenon, in fact. A lot of countries have been impacted. But the very people who cry freedom of speech and expression for all other films, no matter how problematic they may be, films that are not even based on real events but show a certain faith or philosophy in bad light, are today quiet or are silently backing the ban on a film that shows the plight of young Indian women. Why? That's the real question, and we'll talk about that in just a bit. We'll take that to our guests. According to Mamata Banerjee, first up, the movie is bound to create unrest in West Bengal, therefore they've banned it. The makers of the movie, though, say that there is no such violence that has been reported. The movie has been in theatres across the country. TSC Supremo has accused BJP of funding filmmakers to create, for example, even a movie on Bengal, while the filmmakers of this movie, The Kerala Story, say that the ban by the TMC government is politically misguided decision. Mamata has also alleged that the movie is an attempt to defame Kerala. That's something a lot of other political parties have said. The makers say that the movie depicts the plight of women in Kerala and sheds light on important social issues. Mamata Banerjee called the movie a propaganda tool of the BJP, remember, that said it's based on distorted stories. Makers say let people watch the film and then decide for themselves. Now, banning films is not something that has started recently either. There are films that have been banned in the past for various reasons, ranging from political sensitivity to public safety concerns. For example, just in 2020, Maharashtra government had banned Muhammad the Messenger of God film under the NDA government. 2019 in Bengal, Mobishtirtha Bhoot was a movie that was banned. Actually, the Supreme Court had reversed that ban, even fined the government for that step. 2017, Gujarat, Rajasthan, MP, Haryana banned the movie Padmavat. There was huge furore over this movie as well, over distorting history. 2015, Jharkhand and Chhattisgarh government banned MSG, the Messenger of God. 2013, Vishwarupam was banned in Tamil Nadu. That ban was later lifted. And as far back as 2003, Hawaii was a movie based on 1984 anti-Sikh riots and massacre. It was banned by the Congress government in Punjab and even in the national capital. But the real issue is the hypocrisy over films. Let me just point out a few recent examples. Back when Gujarat theatres had opted out of showing Parzania, a movie based on the Gujarat riots, the Congress had protested then. It had even arranged special screenings of the film. Cut to today. Today the Congress opposes the film, The Kerala Story. And one of its MLAs even is threatening violence, is asking for a ban in Jharkhand too. They've not really criticized the West Bengal government's decision either. Not so long ago, there were many Hindu groups that were raising objections over the Bhagwa bikini in Pathan movie. Congress had then supported Shah Rukh Khan. It had slammed those protests. Cut to today. Today it opposes the Kerala Story, calls it problematic. And of course, there are objections that are being raised from several other quarters as well. Also, when objections were raised over this film Pathan, which obviously garnered a lot of attention before release and because of its promo and trailer, even the TMC had backed the movie. They had even raked up old videos of a BJP minister to justify a Bhagwa bikini. Fair enough. But today the TMC calls The Kerala Story propaganda and has banned the story in the state, despite the release already having taken place for 3 days. So what's the justification? That's the big question we look at today. Even as Bengal became the first state to officially ban the film, what about freedom of speech and expression now?
देश के लोग इसको देखें और समझें कि हिंदुस्तान के दूसरे भूभाग में किस ढंग से हमारी बहनों के साथ अत्याचार अनाचार हो रहा है, दुर्व्यवहार हो रहा है, और सतर्कता बढ़ते हुए अपने परिवार को, अपने संस्कारों को, अपने बच्चों को संभालें।
Be it an election in the state or central election, they become more proactive in playing this religion, God and divisive politics. Especially when the Karnataka election is about to be taken place.
We are not ready to show the reality. When a filmmaker comes out and says that 32 women have won, and then comes on like a shameless fellow says that it is only 3. The controversy which has been created has created hatred, and that is what we all are facing.
I think it is a politically motivated, misguided decision. I request Mamta Didi that please watch the film and decide for yourself that whether this film is may pose any law and order.
First up, I want to introduce Vipul Shah, who's the producer of the Kerala Story, joining me exclusively. Vipul, thanks a lot for your time. You've decided to challenge the West Bengal ban. There are precedents where courts have intervened, reversed such bans on films, etc. In fact, there's such a precedent in West Bengal too. So my first question is, are you confident that you will meet with some success?
I'm not a law student and I'm not very great at understanding law. But I believe in one thing, that it is our democratic right to challenge. And I believe that our country is a terrific country, and our judicial system may be sometimes a little slow, but they deliver knockout judgments time and again. So we have our hope and faith in the judiciary, and we're going to try our best to get the justice. Very soon we shall find out.
We shall find out soon indeed. But how did it make you feel when you first heard that West Bengal is officially banning this film? And of course, you must be aware of the reasons that they've cited.
I couldn't understand the reasons, honestly. I thought that 4 days had gone by, 3.5 by that time, and not one disturbance or any sort of violence or anything. So I did not understand how it was causing a law and order situation. As far as the content of the film is concerned, it's the first time I've heard a state saying that the facts shown are not according to the truth or whatever is their stand, and so they have decided to ban the film. This is an unprecedented order, according to me. It's never happened. However, I am surprised with this decision, mainly because our film is against the terrorism.
Right.
Our film deals and exposes the entire terror module that is operational in Kerala. The film is about saving the daughters. So I always thought that everybody will join us in this effort. They will support us, and they will, encourage us with the film. I am surprised that some people have taken a position of not worrying about the daughters, but about the terrorists. I mean, that position is a very, very surprising position for me. And I'm sure the reason could be that they have not seen the film. They should see the film, and then probably we can have a more constructive argument.
I was going to come to exactly this question, Vipul. There is an elephant in the room. The elephant in the room is the fact that some people just don't want to talk about this issue that this film raises. Why do you think that is the case? Even though, as you say, this is about terrorism, brainwashing women, and then using them as sex slaves, as the ISIS has done, and it's a global issue, not just in Kerala and India. Why do you think it makes some people so uncomfortable?
I have no answer, because I'm baffled. Why would anybody not want to defend our daughters? I have no answer for that. And I'm completely stunned at the reaction. But the audience is loving the film. They are connecting emotionally so strongly with the film. We have also got recognized by 2 states, the Uttar Pradesh and Madhya Pradesh, have made it a tax-free. So there is a lot of support coming from world over, not just from India. That's also a very heartening thing. I just want everybody to sit and reflect that do we want to protect our daughters or no? A simple question.
You're right that, the public is supporting this movie, but I do want to ask you, when you were beginning to make this movie, you were researching about it, I'm sure you must have been aware that there will be some opposition that you will get. Did you anticipate this much or not is a secondary question, but I'm sure you must have been aware there would be some.
Not really, because as I said that I always thought that we will get tremendous support from everybody.
Okay.
Because this is exposing a terror module. So, and this is more about protecting our daughters. So who can oppose this is what we thought.
Right.
And people who are perpetrators can oppose. That's fine. That's fair. But we are surprised with some of the opposition because it's just baffling. That why would you not want to save our daughters? I mean, that just doesn't make sense, really.
Can I ask you, how does it make you feel as a producer, as a filmmaker, that your movie has been caught almost as a football in politics in India, between one set of politics and the other?
Well, I think when you are saying some, uncomfortable truth through your cinema, you can get some political backlash. That's fine. In India, anything and everything turns political in any case. So films cannot stay away from politics. Every political party has to have their own ideology and comment on every subject. That's fair. I am more excited and overwhelmed with the response that audience is giving me.
Okay.
The amount of WhatsApps, amount of tweets, amount of Instagram posts, Facebook posts, it's crazy. It's even if we, employ a team of 10 people, will not be able to go through everything. That's the kind of response that we are getting. And you look at the numbers at the box office.
Right.
The trade has already declared it as one of the all-time blockbuster films in 4 days' time. So it's like across everything, we are getting so much of positivity, love, and response that we are also not able to pay enough attention to the negativity that comes with it. We choose to be positive.
Okay, that's a good thing. But I do want to ask you, a few people are raising the question that there was a little bit of misrepresentation or exaggeration when you first brought out the trailer to the film, which you later sought to correct. Don't you feel that misrepresentation of the numbers concerned here has kind of tainted the message that you were trying to send?
See, what happens is that we have addressed this issue in many, many news channel debates and many, many interviews. We have time and again put our side of the story. But they don't want to listen to it because that's the only point that they keep throwing at us. We have more than once, we've demonstrated how we've come to that number. But that was before the Kerala High Court intervention. After the court intervention, we are unable to now speak about it. But those interviews are available everywhere. They are on YouTube, where anybody who has a doubt about it can go and see it. The other thing is, in last 4 days, millions of people who have watched the film, not one person is coming out and talking about 32,000 number. Everybody is talking about how powerful the film is. So whatever the attempt were to discredit us on that, numerological thing, that's failed. Okay. That's not, stuck to the audience. The audience is getting absolutely involved with the film and reacting to the film. And that's the most important thing. Okay, finally, let me also ask you, movies like the Kashmir Files recently, Kerala Story now, these are all based on real life events in our living memory, in our living lifetimes. And yet for some people, they don't want to accept that these are real events that did take place, even if cinematically presented. They want to deny the fact that any of this exists or happened. Do you feel the public response that you're talking about is now encouraging filmmakers like you to finally make movies on these issues, or is it still very difficult? See, you need to have the courage that we have shown. My director, Sudipto Sen, worked on this film for 7 years, and he never left the research. He has done extensive research. 3 years I have been involved in this, and we worked so hard on this. The actors who have joined the film, and we all have. So if any filmmaker is going to have this issue of, shying away from the trouble, he's not going to be able to walk this path.
Okay.
We had decided that we are going to make a very honest, very truthful, very hard-hitting film. We are not going to sugarcoat the issue. We are not going to sugarcoat anything in the film. And we will say it as it is. And that courage, if people will show, I am sure those films will find enough audiences in this country.
Okay. Let me leave it at that. Vipul Shah, wish you all the best. Congratulations for the success of the movie in the box office. And we'll wait and see what the courts decide now, as one state has already banned the film. Thanks a lot for joining us on Plain Speak. I want to open this up to our guests now joining us. Mohammad Tausif Rahman is the TMC spokesperson joining us on the show. Ashok Pandit is filmmaker. Shoaib Chaudhary is also a film producer. Gajendra Chauhan is actor and former president of the HAII, also joining us on the show. And I thank you all. I believe we are still expecting one of our BJP representatives to join us. But let me go across to Gajendra Chauhan first up. वेस्ट बंगाल गवर्नमेंट ने ये मूवी बैन कर दी है. 3 दिन चलने के बाद ये मूवी बैन करी है. आप इस पे क्या कहेंगे?
बहुत दुखद है, क्योंकि देखिए, देश की एक संवैधानिक संस्था है सेंसर बोर्ड ऑफ फिल्म सर्टिफिकेशन. उसको ये अधिकार है कि जो नॉर्म्स उनको दिए जाते हैं, जो गाइडलाइंस दी जाती है, उसके अंतर्गत वो फिल्म को पास करते हैं. और वो फिल्म पूरे देश में प्रदर्शित होने के काबिल होती है, तभी वो करते हैं. उसमें अगर कोई कट होते हैं तो वो भी वो बता देते हैं. अब सेंसर बोर्ड के सेंसर होने के बाद में अगर कोई फिल्म, कोई सरकार उसे बैन करती है तो ये बहुत दुखद है. फिल्म को सेंसर इसीलिए कराया जाता है कि वो इस लायक हो कि वो जनता तक पहुंच सके, जनता उसे देख सके. तो मैं मानता हूं कि ये बहुत ही दुर्भाग्यपूर्ण है.
और जो रीजन दिया है वेस्ट बंगाल गवर्नमेंट ने, उन्होंने बोला लॉ एंड ऑर्डर की सिचुएशन हो सकती है. हालांकि 3 दिन ये फिल्म चल गई थी, लेकिन कोई लॉ एंड ऑर्डर की सिचुएशन नहीं हुई थी. तो क्या ये बहानेबाजी है, आपको लगता है?
3 दिन तक भी नहीं हुआ और आगे भी नहीं होगा. मेरा मानना ये है, किसी फिल्म को देख अगर लॉ एंड ऑर्डर की सिचुएशन होती है तो वो स्टेट का विषय है. स्टेट लॉ एंड ऑर्डर कंट्रोल देखता है. तो मैं कहता हूं अपनी जिम्मेदारी से पल्ला झाड़ा जा रहा है. बस इसको जो है वो फिल्म पे डाला जा रहा है. फिल्म की वजह से कोई लॉ एंड ऑर्डर सिचुएशन कभी खराब होती नहीं है. अगर वो होती तो सेंसर बोर्ड उसके लिए जिम्मेदार होता है कि ऐसी चीज को वो कभी पास ही नहीं करता है. तो मैं कह रहा हूं ये बहुत दुर्भाग्यपूर्ण है और ये एक रिवेंजफुल एटीट्यूड से इसको देखा जा रहा है. सरकारें जो हैं अपने अपने वो कहते हैं ना कि हथकंडे अपना रही है कि किस तरह से इस फिल्म को उनके खिलाफ जा रही है. कुछ चीजें ऐसी उसमें कहा जा रहा है कि धर्म का नाम जोड़ा जा रहा है. मैंने फिल्म देखी नहीं है, लेकिन आज शाम को मैं फिल्म देखने वाला हूं. मुझे लगता है मैं शायद बेहतर पोजीशन में होऊंगा फिल्म देखने के बाद अपने कमेंट देने के लिए.
Okay, we've got Ashok Pandit also on the show and another filmmaker, and then I'll go across to our political representatives as well. Ashok Pandit, the film producers body, the IMPPA, the Indian Motion Pictures Producers Body, has also condemned this ban, saying virtually the same thing that Gajendra Chauhan is saying, that you cannot ban a film. It's undemocratic and unconstitutional to do so after the CBFC has given it a certification. And in this case, it's particularly odd because the movie had already run for 3 days. What do you feel about what's transpired? Is it because the issue is making people uncomfortable?
Shivani, good evening. Along with the Producer Association, IMPA, even the Director Association has condemned this ban. Now, before going into the details of the film, I've seen the film, in fact, twice, because it has really shaken me up, and it's really shaken up lots and lakhs of people who have thronged to the theatres. And a question has been raised, an issue has been raised, where the film has questioned terrorism, film has questioned ISIS, the film has questioned the ways and means of radicalization which happened in Kashmir, which happens in most of the parts of our country, and a terror organization is involved in it. So, coming to the legalities of it, well, as Gajendra Singh said, and any filmmaker will say, that when a film has been legally approved for release or telecast or whatever it is, you have no right to ban the film because the government body has released it. If you have a problem, go to the courts, ask for a ban, and you go, because this is not a la la land. There is law of the land here. And there is a freedom of expression of every filmmaker. We can have discussions. You can say that film, the story is wrong, this is wrong, it's not 3, it's not 32, it's 50, it's 56. The discussions can happen. But banning the film is absolutely undemocratic. It's absolutely illegal. And I also condemn the statement issued by, I'm watching on your channel, a statement issued by an ex-Minister of Maharashtra, Jitendra Awad, that he has demanded the hanging of the producer of this film, Vipul Shah. I think let all in the panel and everybody condemn this statement, that this Sar se tan juda kind of a statement should not be allowed. And I appeal to the Maharashtra government to take strict action against this man, because this is also an act of terrorism. Filmmakers are making films. You saw a film called Bheed, which Anubhav Sinha made. You saw India Lockdown, Madhur Bhandarkar made. You saw, Hansal Mehta's Faraz. You saw so many issue-based films, which is a great thing happening in our country. But if a narrative is not suiting you, you cannot go against it, and you try to demolish the film, you try to threaten us, you try to make us insecure, you bang the theatres, you enter the theatres, you ask the audience to come. Let the audience decide. Let the audience decide whether it is right or wrong, whether the film is correct or not, whether the thesis is correct or not. Who are you? I'm sure Mamata Banerjee has not seen the film. I'm quite sure about it. And all those criticizing this film, all those who are talking against the film, 99% of those people have not seen the film, including Jitendra Awad.
Yeah, I mean, what Jitendra Awad said, frankly, I don't want to give too much credence to what he said. He later retracted, saying I was emotional. But certainly, Shoaib Chaudhary, in a democracy like ours, threatening violence, asking someone to be hanged. I mean, this is almost a rerun of the Nupur Sharma episode. Just yesterday in Rajasthan, a person was thrashed just because he posted a good review of the movie on his own personal WhatsApp status. Now, banning the film, threatening violence, creating law and order situation, this is not justified. And surely filmmakers like yourselves, people who stand for freedom of speech and expression, can't back this.
Good evening. I do stand for freedom of expression. I am personally against banning of any film, a creative idea or a book. But you need to understand, this is not a creative idea. This film is based purely on fiction. And it is an outcome of a few poisonous minds who like to call themselves filmmakers.
But who decided that?
I stop calling it a creative idea when you start...
Who's the authority on
calling
that?
out names of the Prophet, Allah and Quran in a bad light. Or,
please tell me
for that matter, any film which talks ill of any religious gods or anything else cannot be called a creative idea. And I applaud Ms. Mamata Banerjee because she is one of the very few. Please allow me to complete.
No, let him finish. Let him finish.
Terrorism has no religion.
Ashok Pandit, I'll give you an opportunity. I just want to understand from Shoaib. 1 second. I just want to understand from Shoaib. Shoaib, 1 second. 1 second. Ashok Pandit, 1 second. I just want to understand from you. You are saying this movie is based on fiction.
I need to applaud Mamata Banerjee for her action because she is one of the very few politicians who understood this can create violence in this country.
Why?
And I fear for the life of many minorities in this country with the kind of sloganeering that the viewers are making outside the theaters. They're being carried away with this kind of nuisance which has been shown through the film.
You're saying a lot of things. Can you attribute, Shoaib, attribution, please. 1 second. First, you said this movie is not, it's fiction. Last I knew, most movies are fiction. There is no rule that you can only make a movie which is not fiction.
You can make, all films are fiction.
Yes,
but
then?
When you are making a fictitious story, you are not supposed to call out names. You are not supposed to give galis to the Prophet and the Quran and Allah.
Can you quote me where this movie does that? Can you quote me? Because nobody has said so about this movie. That it has.
It is my perception of. It is my perception in the manner that it is being presented in the trailer.
There's nothing called perception, Shoaib, here. You're making a very serious argument. Once again, you're making a very serious accusation. Once again, hearsay is not good in this case. Shoaib, what you're talking about is extremely sensitive. You should not do hearsay on this. There is nothing called perception that this movie shows this.
Either
you quote what the movie shows.
Viewers who are coming out of
Have you seen the movie?
They are calling out violence against Muslims.
Have you seen
Where does that
What the
happen?
viewers are doing.
Where does that
Have you
happen?
seen the film?
You've seen it. You see
Have you seen the
interviews
film?
of the viewers who are coming out.
Nobody is saying
You're
so.
I do
instigating
not wish to
Muslims.
see such poisonous
You're
films.
instigating Muslims.
Nobody has said so.
It's
No
not
viewer
that.
has come out and
You
said
are
so.
not against Islam.
Minority community in
Have
this
you
country
seen
in
the
last
film?
9 years, exactly that we have been doing to run your
Have you
personal
seen
kitchen,
the
Mr.
film?
Pandit. This is exactly what you have been doing. I do not wish to see such poisonous films. And for just a second, I need to complete my point. Just to answer Mr. Gajendra, my senior colleague, Mr. Gajendra Chauhan, mentioned that CBFC has approved the film, hence it cannot be banned. Parzania was approved. Parzania was approved. Why was it banned? Even Pathan was approved. Why did you make
Have you
such a
seen
huge
the
cry
film?
about that film?
Have you seen the film? Have you seen the
I do
film?
not wish to see such poisonous
Have you
ideas.
seen the film,
I
sir?
do not wish to see such poisonous ideas.
Have you seen the
That create a
film?
divide
If you
between
have
the
not seen the
communities in
film,
country.
you have no
I've
right to
answered
sit
you.
on this debate.
I have answered you. I have all the right.
If you have
as a
not seen
filmmaker.
the film, you have no right to discuss on this film.
Such poisonous films which are the outcome of your poisonous
Then you have
mind,
no
Mr.
right to
Pandit.
discuss. Then you
I
have no
all the
right to discuss
the film.
because
I
poison
have
is in
all
your
the right. I've
mind.
seen the attempt of-
Poison is in your
of calling
mind.
down-
Poison is in your mind.
Muslims in this
You are
country.
growing
One
with
second.
poison.
For the life of
And the
Muslims.
film
I've
is
feared for the
against
life
the
of
poison
minorities,
like
which is
you.
creating a nuisance in this country.
One second. Shoaib,
And
can
you
I
are
just come
very
in?
much a part of
Have you
this
seen
kind
the
of
film?
nuisance.
If you have not seen
I
the
have
film,
answered you. I do not
if
wish
you have
to
not
see
seen
such
the
poisonous
film,
films.
you have no right
I
to
do not
debate on
wish
this
to see
film.
such
Ashok Pandit, I'm going to come
You're
back to you.
living with
Ashok
this
Pandit,
poison.
I'm going to
You're
give
living
you
with
some
poison.
uninterrupted time. Let
And the
me
film
just
is
take a
against,
follow-up
like,
question.
people like you.
No, one second. Don't make personal attacks on each other. It doesn't help anybody. But Shoaib, please be reasonable. You are saying you don't want to watch this poisonous film. Fair enough. But other people do.
Why is it discussing?
It doesn't matter what you think. That cannot decide the choices of millions of other Indians. That's precisely the
That's
point.
fine, but this film talks about a religion in a very, very bad light.
But
We
you've
have
not seen
read
the film.
I have read about the entire script. I've read the entire script. I've seen videos. I've seen the trailers. I've seen.
But the High Court in
document
Kerala
which
said
is
there's
present
nothing
in the film.
objectionable about the trailer or the content of the film.
Everything is objectionable. When you call out cuss words for Prophet, Allah, and the Quran, it is objectionable. When
But
these
there
people
is
can have
nobody
an
who
objection
has
to a
raised this
Saif Ali Khan,
objection.
where
You're
they're
the
having a
first
big
person who is
environment.
saying
They
that
have-
any
we have
prophet has been
all the right to talk
abused in
about
this
this one.
movie. And I take objections at this because you're making irresponsible statements without
That is
watching the
not-
movie and you're inflaming passions. I'm not going to allow that. Ashok Pandit, now you please come
He's
in.
sponsored.
One second. No, don't make personal accusations against each other. Ashok
Shiva-
Pandit, is there a charge to be made here that
Shiva-
this movie
Shivani-
denigrates any gods? Please, Ashok Pandit, answer that question.
Shivani, first of all, if anybody has not seen the film, he has no right to discuss the film. This film is not against any religion. The film is against terrorism. Terrorism doesn't have any religion. It is not against Islam, it's not against Christianity, it's not against any religion. What the film has questioned is the act of ISIS and their people functioning in this country. I will request this
There has
maker
been no
to
record
go and
of the
watch the film
32,000
and
or
then
even
sit on a
three which have been
debate.
sent to
Because
ISIS.
you have been
There's
poisoned.
not a single
Because you
record
have been
available. This is
poisoned
a
by
work of
people.
fiction.
Because you have been radicalized by people. Because you have been converted by people. You are talking their language.
personally
Okay.
have
As a
been radicalized this entire
filmmaker, you
film
go and
industry
watch
for
the
last
film.
9 years.
As a
You-
filmmaker, you go and watch the
you are
film.
being
You'll
held
realize
responsible
that
for
you're
creating
committing a
a
mistake.
communal
and
No,
you're
one
spreading
person, one
poison
second.
against filmmakers.
Let's not make allegations against each other. Let's control ourselves. I want to bring in Tausif as well. Tausif, fundamentally the question is this. You know, each political party can be blamed for this, but when political parties say they stand for freedom of speech and expression, then what justification a party like yours and a government like yours have to ban a film when courts have not banned it, they have not even raised a single objection against it, when the CBFC has given it a certificate? Is it not hypocritical?
Ma'am, there were many movies where the censor board has clarification that the movie is good to go and the Supreme Court never intervened and the movie was banned again by RSS and some Janata Dal party and then the stupid things happened. But you have to understand the Honorable Chief Minister of Bengal knows about its people, how they react and what they want to do. One of the fellow panelists, when he was talking, like he started like, it's all about the governance failure, it's a bad governance, that she have to control it. So are we waiting for a small or big massacre after watching this movie if something happens, because this movie will end up in 2 weeks or 3 weeks. After that, who is about to concern about this 12 crore people staying in Bengal? We have to take care of those. And you
But
have
why
to understand
should there
that
be
you're
a violent
female.
situation?
Mamata
You're
Banerjee is
using
a
words
female
like
as well.
massacre. I want to understand, this
Ma'am,
movie
let me
offends
finish.
whom? This
Ma'am,
movie
let me
offends
finish.
whom?
Ma'am, let me finish. First of all, I really want to know that is this film, it's all about a truth documentary, or it's just a movie like Kuch Kuch Hota and Dil To Pagal Hai? If it's like that, if it's about truth, we want a true documentation. If the director doesn't have a true documentation, if he doesn't have a truth, and if just like imagination, like aisa hua tha, aise dinon mein,
Are you not
then it
aware of
stands-
the girls'
then it
stories from
then it
Kerala?
stands nowhere.
No,
Because
but
I
are
have
you
a
not
point.
aware of many girls whose cases are documented in India who converted either from
Ma'am,
Christianity
can you
or
just
from
give me-
Hinduism
Can you just give me 30
and
seconds?
and went to fight for the ISIS? Are you not aware of those documented cases?
No, I am aware what's happening in India since independence or before independence. It's called child trafficking, female trafficking, prostitution. It has been stopped yet ever in India? No.
So what's the problem? Then let movies be made on it.
No, ma'am. It is just near our place. We can see what's happening in front of our eyes. What's happening in India? No one stopped it.
So
Never.
let
And
movies
now
be
people
made
are
on
reacting
it.
just for a-
That's
just for
even
a
more
Kerala
good
fight.
reason that movies
something
are
will-
made on this
something will
subject,
change
isn't it?
this. It will not happen.
No, but
And we
isn't
are
it a
very
good
proud-
thing then that
and we
movies are
very
being
proud,
made
ma'am,
on this
what we did in
subject?
Bengal.
Subjects
Ma'am,
which
we
are
are very proud
affecting
what we
real
did in Bengal.
citizens and subjects which are about trafficking and etc. Isn't it good then that movies are being made on that?
That's what I'm saying. So if you want to give me a political statement, that what Narendra Modi is doing, 42,000 girls are missing and absconding in 9 years in Gujarat. What's happening there?
So
In
make a
Telangana,
film on
what's
Gujarat. By
happening
the way,
there?
the Gujarat
Who will
police
stop
has also
this?
talked about how 94% of those
Why don't
girls
you and,
have been
Shweta
reunited
Mata
with their
Mata-
family.
After
One
watching
second,
Kerala,
one
why don't you
second.
make a film on that?
One second, Ashok Pandit, one second. I don't understand what happens in Gujarat is a justification to ban this film that is based on real events and testimonies in Kerala. What's the
Ma'am, you
justification?
have to understand the pulse.
The
Bengal-
pulse. Okay.
You have to understand the pulse of the people. Bengal and we Bengalis, we only know one ideology. It's stay together. This movie will absolutely bring something or the other, and we knew that. And because BJP is here in this state with certain amount of vote share, they will create a ruckus, and I'm telling you as a political
But
statement.
isn't
I'm
it your
giving you.
responsibility
We don't want that.
to
Now, if
provide
you say-
free and fair
No,
opportunity
no.
to all
Now you
creative
jump,
expression?
Is that your government should take care of this? We are taking care. We are proud that we banned this movie and we were delayed. This movie shouldn't be released in Bengal, first of all.
Yeah, for 3 days nothing
3 days it
happened.
was there. After 3 days it got banned. I think we did, again, we were very wrong with that. We shouldn't have allowed to release this
Okay.
movie.
Can I just
And
bring
we
in
are- we are
Gajendra
very firm
Chauhan
with
one
our
more time? You're
statement.
hearing all of these reactions. You also talked about revengeful Hatkande. I think that's what you had said. Is it because this movie is about a particular issue that no one wants to talk about? They want to brush it under the carpet. Even they went to Supreme Court, but courts refused to ban this movie.
देखिए, हाँ, हाई कोर्ट ने मना कर दिया था, सुप्रीम कोर्ट ने मना कर दिया है। देखिए, अगर इसका चैलेंज जो है फिर ये इसलिए किया जाता है कि भाई आप सुप्रीम जो हमारी सेंसर बोर्ड संस्था है उस पर उंगली उठा रहे हैं आप, या तो फिर सेंसर बोर्ड हटा देना चाहिए, कोर्ट के थ्रू फिल्में सेंसर हो और प्रदर्शित की जाए। तो अगर संस्था बनाई गई है तो उसका यही होता है जिम्मेदारी कि वो चीजें देखभाल के उसको पास करे और वो देश में प्रदर्शित होने लायक हो। ये तो बहुत दुखद है, बहुत दुर्भाग्यपूर्ण है, और मुझे लगता है कि कहीं ना कहीं रिवेंजफुल एक्ट है ये, कि एक स्टेट में फिल्म टैक्स फ्री है, दूसरे में बैन की जा रही है।
नहीं,
इसका मतलब लॉ एंड ऑर्डर की सिचुएशन एक में ठीक होगी, एक में खराब होगी, तो अपना जिम्मेदारी से पल्ला झाड़ा जा रहा है, मैं यही कह सकता हूं बस।
वो एक चीज है। दूसरी चीज है इस फिल्म का जो टॉपिक है, let's not forget that it's not any ordinary film that is talking about something that, you know, most movies talk about. It does have a very, very sensitive topic. It has a topic that rattles you. It's a topic that people don't want to talk about, despite the fact that investigations in India have talked about this. The fact that we have on paper reality where men and women from Kerala went to fight for the ISIS. We have on paper cases where women were converted from other religions and sent to fight for the ISIS. We know the fate of those women when they go to fight for the ISIS, they become sex
Ma'am, I
slaves.
would like to-
All of that has been depicted in this movie. Why is it that some people are uncomfortable with it? ये topic इसका main issue है, Gajendra ji. Tasif, I'll come to you.
Definitely, that can be one of the issue because it might be affecting their politics actually. उनका जो मुद्दा है उसको अफेक्ट कहीं ना कहीं कर रहा होगा उन लोगों का जो इसका विरोध कर रहे हैं. एक फिल्म से अगर देश की राजनीति डिस्टर्ब हो सकती है तो मैं नहीं मानता हूं कि कोई फिल्म इतना स्ट्रांग मैसेज लेके आए कि देश की राजनीति बदल दे. फिर राजनीति में कहीं ना कहीं कमजोरी है. उनकी राजनीति में कहीं ना कहीं कमजोरी है कि वो इतना स्ट्रांगली अपने बातों को, अपने विजन को, मिशन को पब्लिक तक नहीं पहुंचा सकते. एक फिल्म पे आधारित करके अपनी अगर राजनीति करते हैं तो ये मैं कहूंगा कि उनकी राजनीति में कहीं ना कहीं कमजोरी है.
Gajendra ji, I have to let you go. So let me ask you one final question. As a filmmaker, the other question that some on the panel are also raising is that is there not an accountability of how filmmakers should deal with sensitive topics?
नहीं, अकाउंटेबिलिटी तब तक होती है कि कोई गलत चीज ना दिखाई जाए. और ये बहुत पुराना स्टेटमेंट है कि फिल्म्स आर द मिरर्स ऑफ सोसाइटी. सोसाइटी में जो होता है वो फिल्मों में दिखाया जाता है. आइडियाज तो राइटर्स वहीं से उठाते हैं ना, सोसाइटी से. उसको अपने पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू से सिनेमेटिक लिबर्टी के साथ साथ फिल्में बनाई जाती हैं, सीरियल्स बनाए जाते हैं. तो ये जो है फिल्म में कहीं ना कहीं सच्चाई है जिसको एक राइटर ने, एक डायरेक्टर ने, एक प्रोड्यूसर ने जो है एक्सप्लॉइट करने की कोशिश की है. सच्चाई तो रही होगी कहीं ना कहीं, वो किस मात्रा की रही होगी वो इश्यू अलग हो सकता है. तो मेरा मानना ये है कि फिल्म में सच्चाई है डेफिनेटली. और ये जो प्रोपेगेंडा की बात कर रहे हैं वो उनकी राजनीति इससे अफेक्ट हो रही है, इसके लिए वो इसको प्रोपेगेंडा का नाम दे रहे हैं.
जी, और आपको लगता है कि फिल्म मेकर्स को ये जो बैन लगाया गया है अभी एक स्टेट में, आई डोंट नो इफ मोर स्टेट्स विल डू इट, डू यू थिंक दैट दे शुड कंटिन्यू टू फाइट दिस?
डेफिनेटली लड़ना चाहिए. देखिए, विपुल शाह जी आज अकेले लड़ रहे हैं. मुझे लगता है पूरी फिल्म इंडस्ट्री को उनके साथ खड़े हो जाना चाहिए. जो हमारी प्रोड्यूसर बॉडीज हैं उनको उनके साथ आना चाहिए, फेडरेशन को उनके साथ आना चाहिए और ये लड़ाई मिलजुल के लड़नी चाहिए कि कोई भी फिल्म जो सेंसर बोर्ड ने पास की है उसको बैन ना किया जाए देश में.
Okay, Gajendra Chauhan, I'll let you go. Thanks a lot for joining us. Of course, as Ashok Pandit was talking about, some of the filmmaking bodies have, of course, come out in support of Vipul Shah. Yes, Tausif, the Vipul Shah spoke to me earlier on this show. He said he can't fathom the fact that anybody is opposing this film. He thought when we were making this film, people will applaud or support it because this is about protecting Indian women. He used the word Indian daughters. So what is the objection? If it exposes a terror module, what is the problem?
Ma'am, this is what I want to explain. This whole emotion, is that something new to you? We are seeing this from last 40 years, 70 years, 80 years. Nothing has been stopped. Will this Kerala Files bring any changes? No. 2 weeks emotion, 2 weeks on hue and cry, and everything will get over. And then activists will sit down. And now these people who are sitting on TV and crying over Kerala Files, they won't be able to see to fight for girls' right. Where will be there that
but
time?
But this is not an argument to ban a movie.
No, ma'am, I was listening to Sudipto Sen, you know, in some previous channel, and I was there. So he was talking about the accountability, like 32,000 लड़कियां यहाँ से चले गई हैं, 40,000 लड़कियां वहां से चले गई हैं. You have to understand, he never said 42,000 girls are absconding from Gujarat. Why?
अरे भाई, आपने पढ़ा नहीं? गुजरात पुलिस ने क्लैरिफिकेशन दिया है कि उन 42,000 में से 94% लड़कियां अपनी फैमिलीज के साथ मिल गई हैं. आप वो नंबर कोट करे जा रहे हैं.
कहाँ है? आपने गर्ल्स राइट के लिए क्या काम किया?
अरे बात किससे सवाल पूछ रहे हैं? ये
कौन सा काम किया आपने?
This cannot be an accusation in thin air, and just because you believe that there are still crimes happening in Indian society, that means no movie can talk about a crime. ये कैसा logic है?
Every day girls are getting raped.
So we should not talk about it?
Where are these activists?
Then we should not talk about it just because it's happening? I don't understand this logic. No, you're so uncomfortable with the fact that this movie is talking about cases that have actually transpired in Kerala. There are alive victims and survivors to talk about it, and you're, reducing it to such a farce. Let me take final comments. One second. Let me take final comments from Ashok Pandit and Shoaib also. Shoaib, don't you think this is not setting the right precedent where people, just because they become uncomfortable about certain ugly truths, no matter how uncomfortable and ugly they are, they start lashing out at that content. As a society, we need to be mature enough to be able to watch it. You don't want to watch it, your freedom, don't watch it.
No, the point is we should be more responsible towards the society if we are picking up subjects which are real, then we should pick up subjects from all strata of it, not focused only on subject that supports a particular political party to, and let's not, the filmmakers are not supposed to become stooges of the political parties here. This is exactly what is happening right now in the film industry. There are
Okay,
certain
but
people who
that's
are
also not
present on
illegal,
the panel
frankly.
Right now.
You are free to make a movie about your ideology, about a focus that you
No, I
want
would
to
like to
bring
make
in.
a
Somebody
film
else
like
is free
what
to
I'm
do
doing
that.
on Sir Syed
This
Ahmed Khan, that is the kind
tag
of
that
film
this
I would
is
like
a
to make.
political
No venomous
propaganda
film,
is
no
not
venomous film.
sufficient grounds to ban the movie.
No, the propaganda is about calling out names to Muslim, to the Prophet of the Quran, and
But that
stand
hasn't
by my
happened in the
statement.
movie.
The censor board,
Even the
censor board
TMC government has
suggested
not said
that-
so. I really doubt the censor board would have
censor
allowed
board-
anything like that.
Censor board has allow me to complete. Censor
But,
board has
but sir,
suggested
you've
10
not
cuts,
seen the movie.
calling
How
out
are
the
you
names of
repeating
the-
a
the
charge
boss and deities.
when you cannot verify it independently?
Why do they have a problem with calling out names of the Prophet and Allah?
Who's
Why
done that?
only the 100% deities? This is where the CBFC is playing in the hands of a political party, unfortunately, and that's exactly the reason
Okay,
why
Ashok
we have
Pandit.
been allowed to make such
These are
venomous-
political films made with a certain mindset. Ashok Pandit, final comment.
Well, Shivani, two things very important. One is that the judiciary is wrong, the censor board is wrong, the filmmaker is wrong, the lakhs of people going and thronging and watching the film, liking the film, raising issues about it, they're all wrong. Only one person who's not seen the film is right. So this entire contradiction, and then the TMC spokesperson talking about law and order situation. I don't want to get into politics of it today, because law and order situation of Bengal, the entire world knows about it, as to how many people were burnt, how many Hindus were they supported genocide.
Exactly,
how many
when you
Hindus
start
left
using
Bengal
the words
post
like
last elections.
Hindus,
I don't want to get into it. This has troubled him. Because he's no answer about it. He has no answer about it. So my appeal to the filmmakers, my appeal to all those people who have not liked the film, who say that this is wrong. The forum is open. You make your own films. You have your own. Nobody's going to stop you. Just because the narrative has rattled you. This narrative has exposed you. This narrative has exposed, rattled, destroyed all those anti-national forces. That is what is troubling you. This film, like Kashmir Files, has rattled, destroyed the entire liberal cabal, the entire Tukre gang, the entire urban naxals who are working against this country. So that's why they are upheaval.
Okay.
That's why they are restless. They don't know what to do. So they are abusing people left, right and center.
Can I just say, for the longest time, when a certain movie was asked to be banned or condemned by a certain group of people, Pat used to come the reply, why don't you make the movie that you want to see? Why don't you make a movie in response to this?
Yeah, correct.
Now that those movies are being made, now you say, why are you making those movies? This is not fair. And in any case, what we're talking about, the fundamental question here, that this movie has not been objected to on any grounds, frankly, that is legal. The courts have looked into it. The Supreme Court has looked into it. I'm sure the Supreme Court and all courts, Kerala Court, is cognizant of what the sentiments of people are. They have in the past asked for changes, or they have in the past talked about sentiments of the public as well. But sentiments alone cannot dictate whether other people can watch the film or not. And frankly, for a movie like this, Shoaib, frankly, for a movie like this, which has transpired in Kerala, events that have transpired in Kerala over the last 20 years alone, not 200 years ago. You're denying living memories.
Have been converting in this world for hundreds and thousands of years. What are you talking about? Kerala, Islam came into religion into Kerala in 7th century AD. Since then, there are only 24% Muslims were present there. How can you make it an Islamic state in 20 years? That's not
the point that you and I can debate on it. But that's not the point that can be used to ban the film. Please understand what I'm talking about. And PFI, you're mentioning PFI. Once again, you're mentioning PFI because PFI had its stated policy to turn India into an Islamic state. I'm sorry to say, you may not like to talk about it. That is fine. You don't talk about it. But you can't say that nobody talks about it in this country. The NIA is investigating the PFI. That's my point. You can't decide for everyone else what they can talk about. That's not liberal.
No, I'm not making any decision for anybody. I have no right to do that.
What does banning a film mean?
The kind of hate that is being spread after,
You're doing that.
from the viewers of this film.
No, but I'm sorry, once again, unverified claim. We have not come across any kind of hate being spread by any viewer or cinema goer after watching this film.
Missed out on that.
Please share with me the facts of the charges you are making. Please share with me the facts after the show. We will certainly look into it. But nothing of this sort has come to light to us that anybody has created. In fact, the only issue that has come to light is that a person who watched the movie or did not watch the movie but praised the movie has been beaten up. Now, that's the kind of pressure tactics that is not going to be allowed. Not beyond a point. I'm sorry to say. I leave it at that. I do thank all of our guests for joining us. We'll see how the legal challenge to the ban on the Kerala story goes and where the politics on this goes to. I'm slipping into a very short break. On the other side, we'll get you the details of the Shraddha Walkar case. Remember, accused Aftab Poonawalla has been charged with murder and more, but he has pleaded non-guilty. So now a trial will go on. Shraddha's father joins me on the other side.
That